Hello, welcome to Longshot Larry's Sports Astrology, looking at the final of the UEFA Europa League between Sevilla and Roma in Budapest. Thanks again for everyone who liked and subbed on the last video. We appreciate it. If you could keep that up, that would make us very happy. We're trying to get 30 likes on this one. We really appreciate your comments. I'm going to ask for your comments on this one because there's something different about this game. So I'm going to go straight to the odds here. Sevilla I mentioned first, Roma second. Sevilla about 287. Draws about $3 something, and Roma about $3, so not much in it. There's no clear favourite as far as I can tell, which is a shame because if you look at this chart here, the thing which jumps out straight away is that Jupiter is very close to the North Node, which is very, very close to the part of fortune, and Jupiter rules the first house, the ascendant here. So Jupiter is very strong. So if you had a clear favourite, that would be very strong for the favourite. So if you're a Sevilla fan, you would be thinking that those odds are close enough to make them favourite and they will win. If you've got an idea on who should be the ascendant and who should be the descendant, whack them in the comments. We love reading those, the different systems. So Frawley method for us is a no-go today. So the moon starts exactly quincunx Neptune and it's void of course. The other aspect is Mars is applying to a quincunx to Saturn. That's more than 30 minutes away, which is probably tomorrow, but Mars seems to come up in a lot of these team charts. So looking at the Sevilla coach, Mendilibar, I hope I've got that right. Sorry if I didn't. So he's a Pisces, Neptune rules his sun. I couldn't see anything happening with those two. You will see that Mars is right in the middle of his Pluto and natal Mars. It's right in the middle. Mars equals Mars Pluto. And on his progressions, his Jupiter has moved down to 6 Aquarius. So he has what was called a finger of God. Now, if you believe Jupiter still has something to do with rulership of Pisces, that's very, very good for the Sevilla coach. The problem I can see is that the moon starts off exactly square his Saturn here. And it's applying to an opposition to Venus throughout the game. So it's triggering his Saturn square Venus, and the moon is void of course, so it tends to act a little bit funny when it's void of course, so I don't think that is particularly helpful. His shining light Neptune is exactly sextile his Saturn, so it would depend. If Saturn ruled his midheaven, for example, that could turn out positive, but that is, he's got one good and one bad thing. And so here's the progressed Jupiter down here. Quincunx is Pluto and Mars, and transiting Mars is triggering that. Looking at Marino, the Roma coach, he's an Aquarian. He's got his moon in Aquarius too, so he's a double Aquarian. So Uranus is going to be important. So Uranus is up here in Virgo. You can see that the Jupiter, the transiting Jupiter, the node, and the part of fortune are all trine his Uranus. So I think that's quite positive for Marino. His Venus is close to the ascendant. Jupiter is 135 degrees from his Venus. Jupiter-Venus in hard aspect can be celebrating, so that looks okay. You'll notice that Mars is just past an opposition to his Sun, about 50 minutes. Once again, I think that's probably far enough away. We do have a time chart here. And on his progressions, you can see that progressed Mars is up here at 6 Leo, and his progressed Sun is down here at 6 Aries in trine to that. Now, they're going to be in trine for quite a while. Mars is just past that, so Mars seems to be, if it was applying, it would be stronger, but it's in that general degree area for the Roma coach. His progress moon is closely square his progress Mars, which can be irritation. But in summary for this one, the Frawley method is very strong for the favourite. However, there's no clear favourite in betting. That might change as we move towards the actual game. This is about 10 days away, so keep an eye on that. I think Roma probably have the slightly better alignments on the day, so I think they're a good chance to win. So that's the way we see it. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you shortly. There's a few videos in the pipeline.